finish up some things real quick. I am very unprofessional, by the way. Just gotta send the link out. And take a precautionary trip to the bathroom. My apologies. Links should be out. I was debating what to play today, but I just feel like nice, relaxed storytelling is what I'm in the mood for. Oh. It's time for Jonathan Reed to confess his sins. Except for the people that I've eaten other than my sister. And the saddest part of this is I do not think I can save this priest's life. Either I'll have to eat him or he'll end up being eaten by someone else. That's not a door.
And off to church he goes, a newborn seeking divine consent to lick the blood from the soft and pointy crown.
Who are you? Make yourself known.
Newborn, you reek of guilt and pointless compassion. Shed your skin, forget your old weaker self.
What do you want from me?
Ascalon does not approve of lone wolves who bring unwanted eyes to our pastures.
So your name is Ascalon?
Ascalon's will is vampire law. Learn them, abide by them, or I shall return as your judge and jury.
These immortals try my patience with their plans and unsolicited counsel.
Very interesting that he said that he'd be my judge and jury, because he's later going to fail at executing me. I was here to save you, sir.
This man stunned me with his faith, his crucifix. This is not good news.
Priests and other religious symbols will hurt you. You should have learned this back when you first met Dr. Swansea.
He's dead!
Yes, I am. Thank you for noticing. I pride myself on my lack of life. Jonathan doesn't, but I certainly do. Not that I'd enjoy being immortal in the slightest bit. I wholeheartedly agree that it's a curse. Oh, ashtray, be in a better spot.
Yes? What is it that you want?
I'm sorry to disturb you at such a late hour.
No worries, my son. I'm still quite awake, having just returned from a funeral.
Yes, I know. I've forgotten what I wanted. I don't know.
May I help you, child? You seem somewhat perturbed.
I haven't the strength to cross the threshold. I wish to pray, to cleanse my soul.
The church is shut by order of the bishop. But I'm still the vicar of St. Mary's, if that is any use to you, my son.
Ooh, you're a high-ranking priest. God damn it. I wish my chair was closer. But if it's closer, it congests the room more. But you know what? I'll have to live with it. There we go. There is a personal matter. Well, I came here to confess, so these are of no
You seem to me a good soul, Vicar. But this is a personal matter.
There are no secrets from God, my son. If your heart needs comfort, consider me your chaplain. For I can be as silent as stone.
I've words for one departed. They're not for living ears to hear.
Your eyes burn with rage, yet I see the pain that lies beyond. I am here to lighten the burden of all God's creatures. Whatever you tell me is between us and the Lord.
Very well, priest. As you seem quite adamant.
Open your heart, my son. Tell me what burdens you. With whom do you wish to speak?
She was my sister.
You seem so troubled by the loss of this girl. What happened to her?
It was an accident. A terrible, terrible accident.
I see. And how are you feeling, my son?
She died because of me. How do you think I feel?
I have a final question for you, my son. This is of the utmost importance.
Ask your question, Vicar.
What would you like her to know?
I killed you. There's no excuse. My dear Mary. Forgive me.
You have been hurt. Your burden will lighten if your words are sincere. Go in peace now and live your life in the way she would have wanted.
I wasn't even moving fast, and the game had trouble loading that. Okay.
Whatever happened on this dock is between my sister and I. It does not concern God at all.
Where is my next objective? The hospital? Got it.
What is that?
I think even in the vampire community, self-defense is a great reason to kill the innocent. I believe there is a werewolf over there. Oh, you're both undead. Got it, so enemies are immune to those animations as well. dodge. I'll get that door in a second. That was the werewolf I was referring to. Is it this door? There's someone banging on a door. Oh, it's you. Oh. God, I love the combat in this game. That's not how you open things. Where am I? Close to the west end. I think that's not how you open things, Jonathan.
It's locked, all right.
Bullets. Well, damn shame I'm using.
Get them weapons ready! We found one! We cannot be defeated! Die, vermin!
Get your cross away from me.
Over there! There's one of them vermin!
How many times do I have to tell you fuckers I eat vermin?
Oh, that's not smart!
Coming for you next.
He's mine! I'll take it! The power of the Lord commands
I'm not dealing with that fucking cleric, whatever the hell he is.
Remorse and pain are precious when binding you to the earth. You. I remember you.
Oh. Everyone, I'd like to introduce you to my maker.
Fear be gone. I would harm no child of my making.
This is your doing. You made me this creature. What are you?
I am the land. You are our champion.
So what I'm getting from this conversation already is that I am stronger than I have more potential than anyone here in London.
Tell me what you are.
I am the whitened bones and blackened soil. The land made blood coursing through thy veins.
What is it you seek?
This age is sickly. An ancient poison, an older rage, brewed in a cauldron newly forged.
This has something to do with the epidemic.
Seek truth, my champion. Defeat the serpent of knowing with iron spur.
I've had enough of others making decisions for me, pretending to know how I should feel or behave.
Recipe unknown. Got some of this is what I don't have any of.
So the vampire who made me is some sort of disembodied entity? Or was he just projecting this vision in my mind? Maybe Edgar can help me with this one.
I may be able to purchase that part that I need. 5 blood points when this weapon hits. God damn.
Perhaps I should have considered the offer from that cabin.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save...
Yeah,
I'd like to see your...
Wise choice, Doctor.
Fuck, you don't have them. Can always use more ammunition. I'm going to eventually find a weapon that I'm gonna want to upgrade. All of these I'm gonna need. All of these I'm gonna need.
The Pembroke is so lucky to have Dr. Reed now. I met him in New York.
If only there were more of them. Less resignation and more determination.
I know I can help.
Actually, I may be able to go find...
Hey, Doc.
I've ruined... Have I ruined? I haven't ruined hints for you yet. Okay. So am I...
I'll leave you for now.
Wrong button. That's not how you run. Somewhere over here.
See them fancy clothes? This one's a top.
I... I was facing the fuck wrong way. Ah, God, that smarts.
Get a taste of this!
Fuck you. Fuck you. Wrong fucking button again. thank you. No, thank you. Don't have any goodies for me? Fuck you then. I believe somewhere. Where am I? Okay. Well guarded, might I add.
This must be Clay Cox's knife. A fine blade. No wonder he wants it back.
War propaganda. Before returning this to him, I'm going to check the upgrades on it. I'm probably going to give it back to him regardless, because I don't want the leader of a gang roaming around, despite the fact that his wife's already found someone else to lead the gang. Move my chair back if I'm just gonna be sitting on the bed anyway. Oh. Sad thing is, though, I don't believe I get to keep the knife. Like, I don't think he will drop it when I kill him. Which is always a sad thing, because that's the one thing I would want him to drop. I hope saving the important people will yield a better ending.
Watch yourself.
Just don't mind me. Just gonna sit back here and heal. I think I've got enough experience to upgrade this healing of mine again. That was all. Granted, you did upgrade in the matter of who you had guard this place, but oh yeah. I'll probably what could be in that office that would be of use to me? So I don't think this particular doctor fought in the same war I did. So the excuse that I have for carrying a gun can't be true for him. But then again, in times like these, wouldn't anyone really want to be armed? Used machete. I can't. Alright, then it's. By default, you're not bad. 80 damage, 105 damage, 145 damage. I can make you absorb blood on two of your things, which will currently get this to absorbing just as much blood as I'm currently absorbing, with a 20% decrease in stamina consumption. That actually isn't half. I'll have to... Attack speed. This is a faster attack speed. Yeah. I think I might as well just sell the hatchet. Wasn't done looking. 36 stamina consumption, 35. 30. So this might be better in the end. 23. Actually, yeah, it's better right now. Increased damage dealt. I'll probably just go for the draining blood anyway. But honestly, I think I prefer the two-handed weapons that have some stun capability. Alright, Cox. Clay.
Hey!
I have found a gift from your wife.
In that case, you'll be properly rewarded, Doc. Clay Cox is a man of his word.
I hope that won't make me an accomplice to your future crimes.
Who knows what I might do now I feel invincible again?
If if I'm remembering right, I think what he drops when you kill him is a machete. You're not worth killing yet, though. I mean, yeah, you could help me get my Dark Souls Estus flask equivalent upgraded a little more, but oh god.
I'll leave you for now, Mr. Cox.
There's a couple of gay lovers I need to progress
again, Mr.
with.
Thatcher. Do you feel any better now?
Yes, this neighborhood may stink of dog shit and reek of piss, but to me it smells like the purest mountain air.
In comparison to the sewer you were stuck in, I'd have to agree with you.
Do you need medical attention?
Don't get me wrong, sir. I'm grateful for what you've done, but I've never felt comfortable with doctors.
I'm certain you have your reasons, but let me assure you, I'm not like other doctors.
This is why I don't like changing things in my routine. It gets confusing. Alrighty. Do you have a
Mr.
job?
Thatcher, do you have a job?
No. Since I came back from the war, I spent most of my time and energy just trying to forget.
I understand what you mean. I was a soldier too.
No. Nobody can truly understand what I've gone through.
I agree with that, and wholeheartedly.
Why were you locked in that sewer? What happened?
I went by the canal after an argument with a friend. Got chased by these fucking wankers and had to barricade myself in, despite my claustrophobia.
Why did you run? What was the reason for your argument?
Newton wanted me to go to a hospital. I can't stand being closed in. Makes me feel like I'm suffocating.
That is very true.
Tell me about your claustrophobia. Has anyone given you an official diagnosis?
That's what the bloody doctor said. But I don't want to go to a hospital to get checked again. I'll deal with it my own way.
Oswald, why did you not go to the Pembroke Hospital to seek medical help?
I don't trust doctors. All they care about was their careers and processes. I won't be locked in any room again by anyone.
Your fear of being trapped is not going to go away by itself. You need professional help.
I've seen enough butchers in white coats to last a lifetime. Hospitals reek of chemicals and death. What I need is fresh air.
Yep, the fresh air that you just said smells like shit.
Do you want to talk about why you have this fear of being enclosed, Mr. Thatcher?
No, I really don't.
An irrational fear like yours is usually rooted in a specific event. Perhaps it would help to talk about it.
Well, Doctor, take a guess then, if you're so interested in my case.
When I rescued you, you expressed joy at seeing the sky again. So I'm inclined to believe you were trapped or buried somehow. Maybe during the shelling.
Jeez, you're good, Doc. You're really good.
Go on, please. Tell me more about it.
Newton and I were trapped in a circulation tunnel after an artillery attack. We were buried alive for several days, without ever knowing if we'd be found.
Oswald, tell me about what happened when you were buried in that tunnel with Newton.
It was more than dark. It was black as pitch. Hours seemed like days, and days like months. The terror, the shameful thoughts. Lord have mercy.
What you endured was terrifying. It would have completely destroyed weaker men.
It did not destroy Newton.
Shameful thoughts. Tell me about them.
At some point, I don't remember which day, when I thought we'd never be rescued, that this would be our end, I thought about...
Say it, Mr. Thatcher. If you ever want to heal, you have to say it.
I thought about what I could do to survive. Just for a few more days. I thought about killing Newton. Killing and eating him. The man I fucking love.
Tell me about your true feelings for Newton.
I love him. I'm not ashamed to say it. He's the best thing that ever happened to me. I can't imagine life without him.
Why should you be ashamed?
I'm not, I said. But Newton sees it differently.
I admire your honesty. It takes courage to stand up to society. The world needs people like you to create change.
Courage is what we needed in the trenches, looking death in the face every day. I speak plain. I speak my mind.
Have you always been this straightforward?
All I know is, before you saved me by the sewer, my only regret was I wouldn't be able to hold or kiss Newton again. I love him, that's all.
Such a touching story. I'll probably get that hint from Newton, assuming I don't fuck it up. Which, by the way, that is the most information I've ever gotten out of Oswald.
Goodbye, Mr. Thatcher. Try to take care of yourself.
Now, if you'll excuse me. There's no way that's the maximum. You still have a hint.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed of the Pembroke Hospital. May I be of assistance?
Dr. Reed. So it's you who saved my friend Oswald. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir.
And you are?
Newton Blythe. Oswald and I recently returned from the war.
I'll have to wait a little longer because I don't want to remove one's lover. Because the same situation with the vampire girl and the guy she was drinking blood from.
Why do you stay here now that Mr. Thatcher's back?
It's complicated. Since the war, Oswald's been really nervous with the idea of entering any hospital. And me, I've got my own issues.
Can you speak about them?
Rats, sir. Even seeing one, they turn me. Just want to run. It's that fear that stopped me from going after Oswald when he left.
What can you tell me about the war, Mr. If you want to speak about it, of course.
War was... well, you know, sir. The stench of death everywhere. Your mates lying bleeding in the mud. Just praying to make it through and get home. Bloody nightmare.
Did you know Oswald Thatcher before the war?
No. We met in the battlefield. I think we were in the same boat to France. We've stuck together ever since.
I fought in France, too. I served as a field surgeon, but it was not uncommon to repel an assault, especially at night.
Yeah. The first time I was wounded, I had to protect the infirmary from hostiles. Twice.
You're a great man.
You are always welcome at the Pembroke Hospital. As a former officer, I'll be honored to welcome a fellow veteran.
I'm not giving up on bringing Oswald back to the hospital. I just need to convince him that he needs some help.
Perhaps he needs to reach that decision by himself.
Could you speak to him? He doesn't usually listen to doctors, but perhaps because you've been through it, you can talk him round.
I did.
How do you feel about Oswald Thatcher? You are more than friends, aren't you?
I love him. I love Oswald. We knew we wouldn't survive the war without each other. But I am terrified, Doctor.
What frightens you so much?
If people find out. Oswald says I'm ashamed, but it ain't that. It's more, well, you know, never thought I'd love a man.
Enjoy your love. And enjoy life as long as you can, Mr. Blight. Don't let anyone tell you who you should love or how you should love them.
I appreciate your kind words, sir. But it ain't that easy. It's all so new to me.
Yeah. I'll get to your trauma last.
You and Oswald were buried alive during the war. Tell me about it.
Yeah. It was last summer. A shell hit our trench and we were buried for a week.
Oswald seemed far more traumatized than you by the event.
It wasn't the first time it happened to me. Surviving it again gave me strength. You believe that?
Yeah. I believe it wholeheartedly.
How did you survive for a week?
Luckily for us, there were rations and water in the tunnel. It was an outpost, see. Since then, Oswald's not keen on being inside for too long.
I wouldn't be either in that situation.
What caused your phobia of rats, Newton?
It happened last year following an artillery attack. I was trapped for 2 days in a hole under 2 dead soldiers. And there were rats.
Go on.
They started eating me as soon as I dozed. Gnawing at my ears, my fingers, lips. I couldn't move. Couldn't call for help.
I see.
No, you don't. You have no idea what it is to wake up buried under bodies. Fucking vermin eating your flesh. Oswald. He found me and saved me.
Goodbye, Mr. Blight. Take care of yourself.
You're not ill?
Good evening.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
Newton is conflicted about his feelings towards you. Would you like to talk about it, Oswald?
It makes me sad and angry. It feels like the beautiful thing we have is somehow tainted. It hurts to see him so lost.
His love for you is genuine. I'm certain he wasn't lying to me when he expressed his feelings for you.
Newton still has to accept it, knowing he'll be seen as a queer, a fairy, less than a man in those simple-minded bigots' eyes. Though he's more of a man than they'll ever be, so fuck them all.
I agree with that sentiment.
Goodbye, Mr. Thatcher. Try to take care of yourself. I cannot enter.
I believe one of those two may have the key to that. This is where I could have killed Clay if I wanted to. But as my maker said when I made that decision, sometimes it is best to stay your hand.
Jonathan, my sincere condolences for your loss.
Your kindness is much appreciated, my lady.
Is there anything you require?
I spied my mother at the funeral. Have you ever revealed yourself to a member of your family?
No, Jonathan. And I'd advise you even from thinking about it.
Are we then condemned to lie to those we love?
We are creatures of deception, my friend. But this is more for their sake than ours.
But what if I was close to someone and wished to tell them the truth?
Fear, loathing, disgust. And then they will plead to be turned. They will see it as salvation. Then there's the risk of gaining the attention of vampire hunters.
Are we condemned to attend the funerals of all we love?
Dying is the final act of life, Jonathan. Present company excluded. Accepted.
I don't know what to expect. Am I cursed to an eternity of solitude?
With time, we Ekon tend to go into isolation. If we survive long enough, that is.
As a practitioner of the medical sciences, I'm prepared for the death of loved ones. But mourning in the shadows, deprived of sharing one's grief.
We are no longer a part of the circle of life and death. We are undead, my friend, and so we are outcasts.
Goodbye, my lady. Until we meet again.
It's always comforting to hear from her. The fuck happened here?
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
What can you tell me about the recent events in the hospital?
That Mr. Hampton killed Miss Jones in her room, then ran away. When it all happened, I only entered the room when they asked me to clean up the blood.
Where is Miss Jones's body?
I don't know. I'd imagine the morgue. It all happened so quickly.
Did you see Sean Hampton leave the hospital?
I think I saw a silhouette exiting the hospital gates after the shouting started. At first I thought it was someone who was just scared, but... well, maybe it was him.
I haven't ruined your last phase.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Also believe he's one of the patients I could have killed upon my first day.
I will not let you down, my boy.
I won't touch the doctors until I've eliminated the patients.
It's locked.
But believe you me, Tibbets will be the first. If I'm remembering right, I need to save 2,000 experience to turn the guy in the next social circle, the center of the next social circle, into a vampire. However, I can see that blowing up in my face and me having to kill them anyway. Because, like I said, when I started all this, I killed them all my first time through because I just wanted to wreak havoc.
God protect us. You've got a leech in the hospital.
Yes, my hospital. My mission is to heal while you go about warring.
You've set the table for a snake. I wonder why there's venom in your food.
I'm growing tired of your song. You're a woodsman, McCullum, not a doctor. Return to your hunt.
Remember, I've a good nose for machinations. I can flare the scent at a mile. You can't.
Jonathan. This is sacred ground. Neutral territory. And I just had the carpet cleaned.
It's a shame.
Sacred Stole, this is very bad news. Bad news indeed.
I feel bad that I can't drink his blood. Out of everyone, he's the only person that I can't find a reason to spare. Oh.
What happened?
The hospital has been attacked. We have injured patients, at least one dead and several missing. This has spiraled out of control. Even the most infirm are asking to be allowed to return home.
We cannot have the people lose faith in this institution. This hospital is their only hope.
Of course, you're right. But we cannot afford a public scandal. It would ruin us. We must restore order, and quickly.
You mentioned a dead patient. Who is he?
She, Jonathan. She was Miss Harriet Jones. I found her room like a slaughterhouse. Blood everywhere. The duty nurse is taking care of the mess.
Very well. I'll help you.
Jonathan, please. I can't rely on anyone else. And this concerns you as it involves vampires. Someone has taken advantage of our more liberal tendencies here.
In what way?
Jonathan, I may turn my head when you or her ladyship indulge, but I will not allow this place to become a nest for street feeders.
Please then, tell me.
Sean Hampton, the man we thought we'd saved at the docks. It seems he was infected after all.
So Hampton became more beast than man.
Exactly. And now Guard of Prewen suspects the hospital of vampire activity. Do you realize what that could mean for us?
Rest assured, I will protect you and your staff.
McCullum is a fanatic. The Guard will stop at nothing. You don't know what they're capable of, Jonathan.
Very well. Since I brought Mr. Hampton here, I will put an end to this.
Sean Hampton lives and breathes for the well-being of his flock. There's no other place he would go but the docks.
Everyone stay healthy. I really want his key.
It seems the Freewen are redoubling their patrols in the district. I must be more careful.
Or more violent. I made a wrong turn. Well, not necessarily a wrong turn. I kept going a little too long. Can I find... But can I find that kid's suicide note before I even learn that that's what he did? Yeah, that's the turn I would need to...
Leech spike! Die, vermin! Speak English, do ya? Watch yourselves! There's one of them! He's dead!
I'll just watch this fight. Oh god, you're a hell of a lot stronger than I thought. Oh, on both ends. You both were stronger than I thought.
It's locked, all right.
Well, fuck you. Is it locked from this side?
It's locked.
Well, damn straight. However, I think I may have eliminated most of the forces on patrol. All that trouble to open these boxes. Never mind. I thought it was only the one box. I have no regrets for what I did. Houses that I can enter. First off, they're going to be houses that the door is already open.
I have this thirst for blood.
Somewhere over here. Could have sworn. That's the way back down to that. I'm guessing the door won't be open until, or I'll be able to open a door once I've been given permission, because Vampyr has to be invited in. So I will just wait here. Or should I wait here, where they can't see me? Oh, fuck.
Please, I feel sick. Get over here now. Hey, Doc.
What can you tell me about the recent commotion in the hospital?
All I know is I ain't letting anyone rip my throat out in my sleep. I found myself a nice blade, Doc. I'm ready.
Says I haven't ruined your hints.
I'll leave you for now, Mr. Cox.
Stupid beast! Ready, boys! We've got one of them here! Take a breath in it! Fuck, it's fun!
Oh, that hurt. Nice nice backflip. Bless you, sir.
Are you all right, sir? What are you doing in a place like this?
I'm not sure that's any of your business.
Here will put your life at great risk.
I can still kick some respect into those youngsters.
I wasn't specifically referring to them, but are you really after these men? Why?
They took my boy! I've had no news since he joined that crazy gang. So I decided to come and find him myself, to get some answers.
I see. But as I said, your life is at risk if you stay here. And I'm not referring to the gangs either. You should leave, sir.
Well, this part of town used to be nicer, let's say. Perhaps you're right. This isn't the best way to save Andrew.
There is a name engraved under the blood on the back of the case. Jack Gillingham. Maybe I should return this watch to his family.
The fuck train would be running? Gotta love Stunlock. And this is the way back to the beginning of the game. I'll be going this way anyway for...
I can't believe I'm doing this.
other shit anyway. Cleaned up the blood. Been a hot minute since I stepped inside here.
Mark my words, miss. These murders are the work of a vampire.
A vampire? Whatever do you mean?
I'm a tracker of these creatures. A vampire hunter.
You best be off to your hunting then. For if the sewer dog is back, and hunting all these poor folk, he needs a catching.
A sewer dog? What's it look like?
It's an old story. A monster with daggers for teeth and icy claws. He comes of a sudden, nighttime, claiming innocence, then vanishes.
Teeth, claws, murders by night? Your sewer dog is my business. He's the kind of prey I hunt, milady. Good evening, sir. Have you witnessed any suspicious activity or strange events recently?
And what do you define as a strange event? More to the point, who are you?
My name is Ichabod Throgmorton, vampire hunter extraordinaire and warden of the East End.
A vampire hunter? Really?
I know what you're thinking. I'm just another lunatic howling at the moon, but I'm not. The bloodsuckers exist, and they're close.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'd like to hear more about these vampires you're hunting.
A man of science? Well, I'll be glad to enlighten you.
What can you tell me about this neighborhood?
Did you hear about what happened to Jack Gillingham? Oh boy. It's a shame I wasn't around to protect him.
It's impossible to protect everyone. The violence seems endemic in this part of town.
But it's my duty. I am convinced Jack Gillingham was killed by a vampire. These evil rodents are spreading like a plague.
So, how exactly are you protecting these people? I'm curious.
I patrol late at night, investigating anything unusual. I try and encourage people to stay indoors, but people are careless.
Can I help in any way?
Actually, yes. I plan to put up posters to alert the population to the vampire threat.
Are you asking me to paste posters about vampires around the docks?
If you wouldn't mind. If you did that, then I can focus on my patrols.
How do you identify a vampire?
It's simple, really. They can't stand daylight. They're afraid of garlic and holy symbols. They also cannot enter a house without being invited.
Have you ever killed one of these creatures? Yourself, I mean.
Of course I have. What kind of question is that? It's a dirty business, believe me.
Have you heard of the Guard of Priwen?
Of course. They're dedicated hunters. A little militant for my taste, but they do let anyone join.
Were you ever tempted to join the Guard yourself?
I did think about it, but I'm more of a silent hunter. They're more of a sanitary militia.
You won't beat a vampire in the silent hunt, my sir.
Do you need my medical attention, sir?
I appreciate your concern, but I'm perfectly fine, thank you.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me, Mr. Throgmorton?
The sad saint? He should be at his night asylum at this hour. but I cannot tell you how to find it, sorry.
Really? Why is that?
It's nothing personal, Doctor. I'm sure your intentions are good, but people who sleep there, they have plenty of reasons to hide.
I could make you tell me, but I respect your refusal. You really believe Sean is a saint, don't you?
All I will say is this. Gossip has it that when he was a child, he was molested. By a priest of all people. Funny thing is, though, it only strengthened his faith.
Maybe at least you can tell me who could help me find him.
Tell you what, go and chat with Tom Watts. He's a bartender and good judge of character. If he talks to you, then it's fine by me.
Goodbye, and good hunting, Mr. Throckmorton.
Cursed or not, he's just another lost orphan. It's a good thing you cannot see me now, Mum.
I can't talk to you from across the bar? Why can't I talk to anyone here?
He didn't deserve this.
Evening, miss.
Well, I never. That's a first. Customers who make that much mess rarely come back. Never mind in fancy togs.
I'm much more myself than when we first met. By the way, I'm Jonathan, Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Welcome back to the Turquoise Turtle then, Doctor. I'm Sabrina Cavendish. How can I help you?
Excuse my curiosity, but where exactly are you from, Miss Cavendish?
Something bothering you? What, my name? Or my complexion?
Believe me, I never judge someone on their place of birth or the color of their skin.
If that's true, you'd be one of the few not to make fun of me. Just you, Tom, Dyson, Miss Fishburne, and of course Mr. Hampton.
I'm sorry if I worried you. I was just curious to find out if you know this part of town well.
Nosy. My dad was a sailor from Bombay, and my mum was a maid born up in Glasgow. They got married in London, and here I am.
Sabrina, tell me about your true feelings for your boss.
I love Tom. Not ashamed of it. Don't care if the customers joke about it, neither.
Who's mocking you?
I mean, we're always together. People will talk, won't they?
Does Tom love you?
Yeah, but he's always reluctant to take it further. It's not because I'm younger, or because of the colour of my skin. He hates jokes about us.
What can you tell me about this area?
People don't appreciate that line of questioning round here. You best be more careful with what you say, sir.
You look concerned, Miss Cavendish.
This is a bad borough. Most people I know are afraid. Most locals will rob you blind, or worse. You best mind your step.
If you're uncertain about your safety here, the docks might not be the right place for you.
I've got responsibilities. And it's not like I've got the money to move anywhere else anyway.
This place seems, how shall I put it, very colourful. I'm sure it has plenty of stories to tell.
We get people of all sorts here. It's that rare place in the docks where you can have a drink without being murdered. At least it's not happened yet.
Yeah, I haven't been let loose.
So this bar is neutral territory, then?
Yeah. Tom's convinced this is something the locals need. No one ever draws a weapon here. That's one of the reasons I accepted the job.
Your boss must be quite the negotiator to force such an agreement.
Yeah. Tom's a great bloke. Mr. Hampton, who runs the night asylum, he's the only other man that's able to keep peace around here.
Miss Cavendish, would you be willing to help me locate Sean Hampton?
You better ask Tom, sir.
Why not answer me directly?
We respect the privacy of our customers here, sir. Only Tom can decide who to speak to and what he'll say to them.
I like
Goodbye,
that.
Miss Cavendish.
Although all this talk makes me believe that he's the center of this social circle, but that is not true. That is Sean Hampton. That being said, I believe killing him would have a negative effect on everything. No, there are still people on the first floor I need to talk to. So if I'm not mistaken, I need to know...
It's locked, all right.
...a decent amount about Sean. Fine. Fuck you too. Fuck you.
I should have offered a drink to the boy. Be he cursed or not, he's just another lost orphan.
Trying to talk to Tom.
Perhaps I should shut the turquoise for a time.
Already talked to you.
Poor Jack. He didn't deserve this.
I should have offered a drink to the boy. Be he cursed or not, he's just another lost orphan.
I think I'm losing my mind. I should just run as far away from this place as I can. I hope I live long enough to see them wet boot boys get what's coming to them.
For the love of God, why can't I talk to anyone? Gather information about Hampton's location. That's what I'm trying to do. But it seems all I can gather is resources.
He didn't deserve this.
Do I have to have everyone tell me to talk to Tom?
Perhaps I should shut the turquoise for a time.
Foolish girl and her pretty principles. She's got no idea who she's dealing with.
Can I talk to you?
This is no place for you, sir.
I agree. You're just a tad out of my range. It truly makes me worry about my capability to turn Sean Hampton into a vampire.
Perhaps we should have listened to what the idiot had to say first.
You damn near shot me, you fucker. You did shoot me, you fucker. talk to me. Do I have to fucking...
Not a drop of blood left in his body. This is the work of a vampire.
Whoa, that vampire hunter can tell when a murder is a vampire is doing. Will you talk to me now? Someone fucking talk to me.
He didn't deserve this.
Oh, god damn it. How do I... I'll just reload the area, maybe. That will do it. That's a good hint. Oh. Wish you could cycle through hints in this loading screen, or it did it by itself. This goddamn is an annoyingly long one. This was probably before. No? That's just where you put me? Fair enough.
We should have listened to...
Good evening, sir.
Who the fuck are you? Don't you see I'm busy here?
Dr. Jonathan Reed, that's who I am. And who are you?
Ah, some fancy gentleman we've got here. Clear off. We don't want strangers on our streets.
So you won't tell me your name, then?
The name is Booth Digby. Maybe I'll ask my boys to break one or two of your bones, just so you remember it.
Are you some kind of vigilante patrolling these streets at night?
Something like that, but the police aren't in charge here. We are, see?
So you're a concerned criminal, is that it?
Using funny jokes about me and my boys, are you? Fuck. You must have some balls.
I saw many men like you during the war, Mr. Digby. Greedy little cockroaches who feed on despair.
I could kill you for saying that. But, nah. You've been a soldier. I can respect that.
So, tell me about your gang, then.
What? Have you got a death wish? You really want me to answer that?
Well, yes. You seem so proud of your status. Why not tell me who you're working for?
Oi! I'm the boss, all right? The Wet Boot Boys work for me. All of them. Situation round here is better than other districts because of us. Because of me.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
Things ain't that bad, thanks to us. We give people what they need, and we control this borough.
Well, you're not doing a very good job. People are still dying here, like everywhere else.
Yeah, well, we can't be everywhere all the time. And Edwina says if we can find more guns, we could be more efficient.
More efficient? Really? You should probably tell Edwina that guns are useless against diseases and infections.
Incredible. You know what? You're lucky she can't hear you right now. She's more smart than patient. My sweet queen of the docks.
I know you're looking for an honest job, Booth. You're tired of this criminal life, aren't you?
It's just an idea. Edwina loves to run things so much. You can never really leave the gang. Wet boys for life, you know.
Do you know where I can find Sean Hampton? I need to talk to him.
The sad saint. Why on earth do you want to talk to him?
He was one of my patients at the Pembroke Hospital.
Oh, yeah. I heard the poor bastard had been abducted by some cunt. You better ask Tom Watts. He knows Sean Hampton well.
Goodbye, Mr. Digby.
Then the gangs, the epidemics, everyone's throwing the blame.
Good evening, miss. I am Dr. Reed. May I ask you a few questions?
Who are you? What do you want?
As I just told you, I'm a doctor. From the Pembroke Hospital, actually.
The Pembroke Hospital, you say? I ain't paying any bill left by Clay.
I'm not here to collect payment, miss.
Miss Edwina Cox. So what do you want then? Fancy buying something from me, maybe?
What can you tell me about your work?
I'm a businesswoman. I buy and sell things, and I send my wet boot boys after anyone who don't play nice with me.
Gang member and shopkeeper. Can't be easy running double shifts.
If you're interested, I may find use of a doctor who can freely walk across the city, you know.
You're quite blunt, aren't you?
I like people who know what they want and say what they think. This is a time of great opportunity for those ready to embrace their destiny.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
You can't trust anyone around here. As soon as you lower your guard, you can be sure some arsehole will take advantage of you.
Really? Don't you think that's a little bit excessive?
Bastards, all of them. This region only responds to violence and threats.
You sound like you're thinking of somebody in particular.
Take the gravediggers of Southwark. They must pay me every week, but it looks like they forgot who gave them permission to steal from the dead.
Looting corpses in a mass grave. That is a new low.
Whatever. Hey, since you're a doctor and all, maybe you can access that forbidden area and remind those bastards what they owe.
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where I could find him?
The sad saint? I heard he was mugged or something.
Yes, he was. But he left hospital recently.
You don't say. Well, I suppose it's good news for the homeless and the useless. Ask them, they must know something.
Can I see what you have to sell?
As long as you have money, I'll show you all I have.
Oh, I can't sell the... Oh, fuck. Ah,
Good evening.
Hello.
I didn't see
Can I
what you...
see what you have to sell?
As long as you have money.
And I'm out of money.
They say, then the gangs, the epidemics, everyone's
Now I will go to my resting place.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Why must it always be a good evening?
I was just being polite. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you some questions, if I may.
Don't like questions. Or doctors. And the name is Seymour Fishburne, if you must know.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
A shithole filled with maggots. Liars and thieves, all of them.
Are you thinking about someone in particular?
Nope. Hate them all. Especially these petty, whining little shitbag beggars.
Is there no one who deserves your leniency, then?
Well, Tom from our local is somewhat of a decent bloke. At least, unlike most maggots, he knows how to listen without opening his trap.
What's your occupation?
I take care of my mum. That's what I do. She's the only good thing in my life. Even though I don't treat her so good.
You seem upset. Is something bothering you?
I lost the necklace I bought her. I'm a fucking idiot. A worthless idiot.
Sometimes it's hard to be a good son.
I just want her to smile. No, I was thankful for her patience, appreciated like... God knows she deserves it.
Any chance you can help me find Sean Hampton?
The sad saint. Why would you talk to that cunt?
Actually, that's confidential.
Really? Well, go ask someone else then. I'm sure Tom Watts will gladly answer you.
Goodbye, Mr. Fishburne.
Time to visit my old resting place. Atop a pile of fucking bodies. Good to know someone had the kind graces to restock that. I don't want to use the doors. I want to use the whooshy thing. Actually, that's an area I haven't explored.
I have this thirst for blood.
On my way back, I'll use the whooshy thing. Actually, my phone rang and I didn't check. Oh. Gonna do me a favor because it's going to be a muffled sound because of the fact it's laying on a comforter. Turn that up.
This is no place for you, sir. Steady, boys, we've got one of them.
was a third one. Is this him? I think it was, but wrong button. Just some supplies.
It's locked.
God damn it. Where the hell am I? Hideout unlocked. Actually, I did use a bullet. I doubt I've got the part, but yeah, the parts. I need 2 of them. Going to have to spend at least some. Let's just hope this quest will open up some more dialogue that will be a little more beneficial. 250, go down to 200 and remain 200. 300, 400, 500. Well, shit. Increase your life regeneration. Nope. 400. 600, 600, 300 hard bite. You lied to me. Blood spear. That. I hope the dialogue shit and all the fighting I'd be doing for the side quests I'm doing will get me enough experience.
Look at it! Fish is bugger!
It's locked, all right.
He's one of them! Die,
Where am I? Alrighty. Not where I want to be. Well. Wait, is this where I want to be? Yeah. Because I'm doing some muscle work for Miss Cox.
Over there! There's one of Kill it all you deserve! Burn it, boy! Bloody monster! Fight for this, you leeches, you killer! Kill it all you deserve!
That's what you get for fucking spraying me with garlic, you bitch. At least I'm assuming that's what that gas is mainly comprised of.
Burn it! We cannot be defeated! No rest for the You're mine, Vampyr! Die, beast!
It's locked.
Wrong button. That's not how you run. When I was on the run, I was only on ground level. Memories. But this is where I need to be.
This place. Rain may have washed away the blood, but not the memory. My poor Mary.
Come on, I've been looting corpses the entire fucking game. Now you're gonna grow a conscience?
This is my watch. Damn grave robbers.
Well, they died shortly after. Well, either that or... Never mind. They were doing this long before. And just for memory's sake, good times. Thoroughly check. Because believe it or not, that's not something I had the luxury of doing the first time. Actually, I believe it's blocked off, so I went in here. Ooh, there was a locked door in this building. Wasn't there? Was it not here? Where was it then? Was it here? Got a feeling it was here. Well, I found it in a different way.
Back in the crowd!
I shouldn't dismantle that ring. Instead, I should try to sell it. Yeah. This wasn't open when I came through originally. That or... yeah, it probably wasn't open. Then my first hideout was one turn too early? Yeah. Good old memories. Take the gun from you. The bookshelf was removed entirely.
It's locked.
Two safe houses, just right across the street from each other. should switch my guns out. If this one's gonna be for if the shotgun's gonna be my designated gun for werewolves and shit, I'd want to save that for just that. Are there rats?
This is despicable.
I could use one more.
I have this thirst for blood.
So much more stamina than I did back then. I love it. Yeah.
Do with the wet boots, You again. What do you want?
Just to ruin your life.
I know you believe monsters are real, Booth.
They are. I know, I saw one, but no one believes me.
Tell me what you saw.
It was a few years ago. Clay Cox was still the boss then. He'd sent me to the shipyard to find out who was stealing tools and ropes at night.
Go on.
First, I thought it was an old lady with a limp. It looked frail and crooked. Then I saw it grab a bloody beam and lift it like it was a stick. I shouted. It looked straight at me.
Do you know what it was?
It was all eyes and long teeth, but I couldn't see its face. I shot at it when it moved towards me, and I hit it. And then it jumped and vanished in the shadows.
You could have imagined all that. These docks can be so gloomy at night. With the fog and the wind and the boats creaking?
No, Doctor. That night I saw the fucking sewer dog for real. It's not a beast like the stories say. It's the ghost of an old woman. Bullets can't stop it. But no one believes me.
Are your friends mocking you?
Even Edwina told me once to never speak about it, but I know what I saw. And it wasn't a human. Not human at all.
Not human anymore.
Goodbye, Mr. Dick. Good evening, Miss Cox.
Hello again, Dr. Reed. What do you want?
I managed to reach the mass grave in Southwark. It was not pleasant.
Spare me the details, Dr. Reed. All I want to know is what happened to those bastards who owed me money.
I'm afraid those bastards, as you call them, are in the mass grave.
Dead? Shit. That money would have been useful. Well, I'll tell my boys to avoid the place if it's that dangerous.
Yes. Everybody should avoid that place until further notice.
Okay then, Doctor. It looks like you deserve your reward after all. The Wet Boot Boys thank you for your help.
Can I see what you have to sell?
As long as you have money.
You just gave me money, you daft cunt.
Good evening, Miss Cox.
Hello again.
Tell me your feelings about Booth's belief in monsters, Edwina.
It makes him look weak in front of the boys, that's my feeling about it. But ghosts don't scare me.
You don't believe he really saw something then?
I don't care what he saw or not. All I know is that a real man keeps his fears to himself if he wants to be obeyed.
Booth Digby looks at you with love-struck eyes. Tell me, Edwina, is the feeling mutual?
You have no idea how refreshing it can be for a woman to receive all the pleasure she needs. For once.
I'll take your word for it.
What is it, Doctor? A woman's not supposed to talk about these things.
I'm not that easily shocked, Miss Cox. You can speak freely about your lover if you so wish.
The poor bastard is good to me, if you must know. He makes me feel good. And that's a first.
So you're just like any other couple, after all, are you not?
Yeah, we're so ordinary that I'd put a bullet in his head if he ever cheated on me.
Goodbye, Miss Cox.
Perhaps we should have listened to what the idiot had to say first.
Is it doing it again? Can talk to you. Can talk to you.
Good evening, sir.
Whatever.
Don't you recognize me? We met a few nights ago.
Don't take it personally. I spent a lot of energy forgetting what I did the night before.
Yes, you had definitely drunk too much then as well. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
I'm Dyson Delaney. I'll try to remember you. This time.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Delaney?
I drink. I drink in the morning and at noon. I drink at night. And then I drink some more.
Why do you drink so much?
Maybe it's because I prefer dying slowly. Death can be so abrupt. Personally, I like to see mine coming at my own pace.
You sound very sad, sir.
That's because I am, Doc.
Don't you work at all?
I'd love to, but I don't have the time. Didn't I tell you? Drink in the morning and at noon. I drink at night.
Is there anything in particular that you like about this part of town? Except for the cheap drinks, I mean.
How dare you say such a thing? I love this neighborhood. So friendly. So joyful.
No reason at all to rejoice, then. Life is hopeless and then we die, is that it?
Let me tell you a story.
All right. Go on.
A few years ago, when I believed a resolute man could change things around here for good, a tragedy occurred nearby.
What kind of tragedy?
It was a bomb. Bomb that exploded and killed many people. Metal and blood everywhere. Shouts, fire. Broken window of the shoe shop. The torn street light.
You lost people you loved that day, didn't you?
I've lost everything. But you know what the worst part is? I don't even remember where it happened. I've drunk so much to forget it. And now I can't remember where it was. I can't pay my homage to the dead.
I'm sorry, Mr. Delaney.
It's okay. If you ever find the place, just leave a flower for me there. Even if you tell me where it is. I'm not sure I'd memorize it.
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where I could find him?
I really don't know. I heard he'd been abducted, and I don't know if he's back.
Who could tell me that?
About the sad saint. I'll try asking Tom once about him.
Goodbye, Mr. Delaney.
Wrong button again.
Without the wet boots keeping things straight, these parts will be running completely amok.
Good evening, Tom.
Good evening,
Hello.
sir.
I didn't
How are you
realize
tonight?
anyone was in.
Back to the docks, are we?
You remember me then?
Of course I do. You're that man who seemed so lost when he entered my bar a few nights ago.
Thank you for your hospitality. I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way.
I'm still Tom Watts. Welcome back, Doctor.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
It's not that bad. Thanks to people like the sad saint of the East End.
Who?
Sean Hampton, our own private holy figure. Few are foolish enough to make peace with the gangs. Sean is one of them.
How is it you can keep this place open? This part of town doesn't seem particularly safe.
Well, since everybody needs a drink, my pub is considered neutral ground by most groups.
I see. So you get pressure from all sides about how this place should be run, do you?
Or something like that. Nothing that a few wise words and a bottle of gin can't solve.
You're something of a figurehead around here.
I'm only pouring alcohol for everyone to forget their troubles. Sean Hampton is the one giving them long-term hope.
Since I'm here, is there anything I can do?
Perhaps, Doctor. Peace partly depends on my stock of gin. With the epidemic, my supplies are running low.
How could a physician help you in this matter?
I have a small warehouse just past the quarantine line. Perhaps, with you being a doctor, you could go there and come back?
Doctors aren't immune to disease, you know. Very well. Show me where it is. I'll see what I can do.
Oh, thank you, sir. Here's the key to get in. You're about to save many dry throats.
Why does your waitress feel in danger working on the docks?
This part of town is dangerous for all, but for women it's worse, as always. Sabrina is a brave girl, but she can't help feeling in danger.
Do you think she has good reason to feel this way? Are you not worried about her safety?
Of course I am. The truth is, she's tougher than me deep inside. She just has to learn to control it.
Tom, I need to find Sean Hampton as quickly as possible. I've been told you could help me.
I heard the sad saint was recovering at Pembroke Hospital. Did he leave or something?
I believe he returned to his flock. Can you confirm that?
Oh, I bet you're right. Sean can't help but worry about the poor and sick. Oh, I guess it has something to do with what happened to him as a baby.
Please, tell me.
Well, I don't like to gossip, but I heard that the sad saint was abandoned as a baby in front of a Catholic orphanage in Dublin. It would explain his faith and need to help everyone.
The important thing is I find him, quickly.
Why not try his night asylum? He takes care of those who need a meal or a roof there.
Where is it?
It's in an old warehouse, northwest of here. Just follow the bank to the west and go north when you reach the end of the pier.
Goodbye, Mr. Watt.
Still not the sprint button, Michael. That was a warp that was intended to be taken, by the way.
Another disgusting ghoul did it, don't you think? I don't think so.
Seems like the guard of Freewen is on Shorthampton's trail too.
Best be on your way home.
Watch it! It's a killer!
Tom has so much alcohol, he could keep this district afloat for quite some time.
Want to talk to me now?
Good evening, sir. I'm amazed you made it back to the docks alone. Good for you.
Well, I could say the same about you, young man. More to the point, who the hell are you?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
And I am Archer Woodbead. Please excuse my assertiveness. I often forget I'm just an old prune.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
People used to feel safe around here. They had the gangs protecting them. Now all they do is bicker and plot against one another.
Missing the good old days, are you not?
Trust me, son. The longer you live, the less meaning your existence will have. You need to remember the days you still had beliefs.
And what about the gangs?
Back in my day, people trusted the Wet Boot Boys. We looked out for the docks and its families. Nowadays, they're just a bunch of greedy fuckers.
You were a gang member?
I was their leader for a time, believe it or not. Now these bastards act like I'm nothing. Not one of them. They owe me some damn respect.
If you were such a respected figure, surely you have many interesting stories about this part of town.
You bet I do, but make no mistake. I'm no rat, sir. Some secrets are best left buried.
Do you still know anyone? From the old days, I mean.
Most of them are dead. I still give Miss Gillingham salutations. She doesn't remember me. She did once like me. Boy, she was a beauty back then.
Any remarkable new faces around here?
Nobody. Well, there's that boy Rufus the Curse. I like him, despite the reputation he's made since his parents died. Poor little bastard.
Who would you trust around here?
The owner of the Turquoise Turtle's a decent fella. Tom's his name. Sean Hampton's all right too. Don't particularly share his religious views. He's quite devout if you catch my meaning.
I'm sure a district as colorful as the docks must have plenty of stories about strange visitors and creepy characters.
So, you want me to talk about the sewer dog, don't you?
If you don't mind.
The sewer dog is a bitch. appropriately named. An old woman dressed in rags. She has an elegance, though, despite her ugliness. I saw her once. Scared the life out of me.
Have you always been so bitter?
It's not bitterness, it's poorly masked disgust. When everything turns to shit, we all have to eat a spoon or two.
With everything that's happened recently, the war, Spanish flu, I must concede that these are difficult times.
A few nights ago, I saw a kid eating a rat. He was right in front of one of those abandoned houses nearby. Just chewing on a living rat's insides.
Tell me about the Wet Boot Boys, Archer. I want to know more.
We were there for the families and each other. It was us against the world. We were vicious, tough, even cruel. But we were united.
You sound like you were some kind of radical union member.
Yes, nowadays the communists and gangs squabble over pointless territory. Sounds stupid when you say it out loud.
Tell me everything you know about the Guard of Priwen.
Andrew never told me what they do. I do know they're vigilantes with military training. Access to some impressive firepower.
And what is your personal opinion about the Guard, then?
This Guard of Priwen is just another gang preying on the young and naive. Preying on people like my boy. I know how it works. I invented it.
Why did your son really join the Guard of Priwen?
If I believed in a higher power, I'd see this as punishment for my own sins. I deserve it for all the young men I enlisted back in the day.
You don't believe in God, though, do you, Mr. Woodbead? So why did he join?
Now I think about it, Andrew joined the Guard, not to defy me, but to follow in my footsteps, to make me proud.
So your son has left you nothing to explain his actions? No letter or message?
Not even a note. I'm a proud man, Dr. Reed. But I would kneel and pray if I thought it would give me my Andrew back.
I might just take you out when I'm finished
I'm
with
looking
Sean
for a
Hampton.
man named Sean Hampton. Can you help me?
The sad saint. Even when he was young, his faith and dedication were inspiring. A beacon even, if I may say so.
Interesting. But have you spoken to him recently?
I spoke with him about my missing son a few days ago. I've not seen him since he was attacked by some drunkard and left the vicinity.
Goodbye, sir.
Without the wet boots keeping things straight, these parts would be running completely amok.
Still here enjoying a cigarette?
You again. What do you want?
Do you know Edwina suspects you to be unfaithful?
Edwina's the one who asked to be called Mrs. Cox, even though Clay hadn't touched her for such a long time.
You have not answered my question.
She's a passionate woman. I've no doubt she'll shoot me down if I ever betray her, but that's not going to happen. I love her as she is.
Goodbye, Mr. Digby.
Welcome back, Doctor. What can I do for you?
You lied to me, Tom. Your warehouse wasn't empty. It was inhabited with armed vigilantes.
I'm sorry, Dr. Reed, but I thought those Prewen guards would be willing to let someone like you pass without trouble.
That was devious of you, Tom. Next time you can bloody well go yourself.
I apologize, Doctor, but it's just that I prefer to avoid the law, its enforcers, and all manner of thugs in uniform.
Here is your booze. I hope it will appease your customers. Just try not to kill anyone with this poison of yours.
Believe me, Doctor, most of my customers are less agreeable when sober.
Sabrina seems very fond of you, Tom.
I like her too, I really do. I know I'm her boss, and I'm much older and all, but I like her for sure.
What is bothering you then?
Sabrina is an angry one. She wears it like a coat. I'm not sure I can make her shed that anger. It hurts to see her like that.
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
You can't see me now, Mum. Perhaps I should shut the circles.
Actually, come to think of it, I may just go the wrong way. But maybe talking to, Ray is a thing I can do now. where did your body go, sir? I will be right back. I have to pee. Oh, there's where my melatonin went. Sorry about that. Stop for a little bit of lunch. Wrong button again.
It ain't human! Get up! Die, vermin! Die, vermin!
Fear no evil! Have faith! Back!
When I get back. Hey, Doc.
What can you... All on... Do you...
The wound...
What did...
Oh,
perhaps you're...
If them...
How is your hospitalization going, Mr...
This is just...
I'll leave you for now, Mr. Cox.
Oh yeah. It was this letter.
Hey, Doc.
What can you tell me about your marriage, Clay?
Marriage is the sweetest cage, they say. Well, I found myself locked in one with a wild animal.
You mean your wife keeps you on your toes?
No, I mean, we both have claws and we both love to bite.
Am I right to assume your wife's letter pissed you off, Clay?
I was so mad, I threw away the knife she got me when we got married.
Your wife
gave you a knife as a wedding present.
That knife has always been my lucky charm. If I'd had it in my hand when I got stabbed on that pier, I'd not have been wounded.
A lucky charm? I never would have taken you as the superstitious type.
We all have our flaws, Doc. Mine's to have my weapon of choice for when the really dirty business comes around.
Don't worry, I'll eliminate your wife too.
Killed, extorted, stole. Now I die. Fuck it. I live the way I wanted.
There we go.
I cannot enter.
Excuse me. How do I spy on said situation? Why would I have to spy on said situation? They're both. Yep, I'm dealing with Sean Hampton, then I'm taking those two out because it will put them in a place where they don't have to fear being exposed. that was an openable box. Fuck you. Break the box. And the werewolf? Oh, wrong warehouse. But I remember where I am.
It's locked, all right.
Son of a bitch.
It's locked.